Hello, you're watching VTV News at 6 p.m. I'm Michael Liu, and here's the top news for this hour. It shows determination to combat climate change, establishing countermeasures to this global issue. Photos preserve beauty and memories of Hanoi. Now, first off, the Vietnamese government has recently implemented Decree 87 on monitoring government's funding for enterprises. The decree aims to effectively assess finances and increase transparency of government's capital invested into state-owned and state-invested enterprises. According to the policy, state-owned enterprises will have to go under special supervision if any signs of financial insecurity are detected from December the 1st. A business is considered financially insecure if their yearly profits loss is reported to be above 30% of the invested capital. Now, the World Bank and the Ministry of Construction held a conference on Vietnam's urbanisation process in Hanoi on Friday. The conference was an opportunity to exchange international experiences on urban infrastructure. We'll have more in the following report.
600 of Vietnam's 780 cities are still small in size. Therefore, Vietnam needs to promote small-scale urban development to bolster economic restructuring and reduce the pressure on large urban areas. And better policies to attract investment are needed in order to improve smaller urban areas.
As we can learn from many other countries, a large city in the center can connect and create a pervasive development to neighboring cities. Seoul has been successful with such model. Vietnam shares many similarities with Seoul, so there are many experiences that we can learn in urban management.
Yeah, connection is very important, but mostly the government organization and the government staff, government officials do not want to connect together. Yeah, because they want to keep their own right and the policy. So how to connect? Ask the requested to the government. We need a connection. We need the integration together.
This model is an effective way to minimize migration, especially into Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. According to experts, better governance and improved strategic visions are the decisive factor for successful development of cities.
The leaders of cities, the mayors in particular, is where a lot of the issues come together. Urban development is an issue of many different aspects, of transport, of education, of in reaching out and having training programs for city leaders.
According to the World Bank, Vietnam's urbanization rate will be even faster in the coming time. By 2025, half of Vietnam's population will be living in the urban areas, and 75% of economic output will come from the cities.
Thừa Thiên Huế is one of the provinces in the central coastal region severely affected by climate change and rising sea levels. Facing this situation, authorities and locals have taken measures to respond to natural disasters, especially for production in the area. More to follow.
One of those measures is the dike system to support aqua production in Hương Trà town. Years ago, the old system was frequently damaged. Now, farmers are secure when disasters come.
The dikes makes the water less salty and more stable. Fish and shrimp therefore are more healthy and less sick.
Besides improving productivity, the dike system also adapts to climate change, thanks to a higher build combined with a net system. Therefore, farmers are insured when bad weather occurs.
Farmers now are more aware of aqua production in a sustainable and effective way.
Mangrove planting is another measure taken. This has helped locals benefit from aqua farming and protect the environment.
The authority has been promoting mangrove protection to the locals so that they understand more about protecting the ecological environment. In the coming time, We will take more measures to protect mangroves in order to improve productivity and contribute to environmental protection.
The dike system and mangrove forest have shown efficiency in Hương Trà town. Therefore, the province is expanding the model to other areas, ensuring safety and productivity for locals.
The number of international tourists has bounced back after 13 consecutive months of decline. The number of visitors from 5 European countries, which now enjoy visa exemption, increased sharply compared to the same period in 2014. In fact, the number of tourists which increased over time are not coming directly from those countries. They're citizens of Belarus and Western Europe who are living and working in other countries in Asia. Hence, promotion and advertising should be focused on the largest international hubs in Southeast Asia instead of performing in the 6 separate markets where people can travel to Vietnam without visas.
Exotic Vietnam is an intriguing blend of many charms. This land is where all manner of stunning landscapes await like a visual feast, rivaled only by the beauty of its people and their abundantly rich tradition and culture. Here is where you can relive the past in richest color or live it up in the bright lights of the big city. With so much more to offer, Vietnam is simply unforgettable.
Welcome back to VTV News. Now, today marks the 61st anniversary of Capital Liberation Day, and the people of Hanoi are out celebrating once more. The city is hosting a series of events including 30 art performances and recreational activities. Participants in these activities include professional artists, members of the army and police force, and performers from neighbouring provinces. These activities will be hosted at cultural centres across all districts of the capital. To add to the celebration, the Monsoon Music Festival will continue tonight after 2 days of festivities at the Imperial Citadel of Thăng Long. We'll continue the celebration with a collection of 3,000 photographs of Hanoi from the past. These photos were collected by engineer Đoàn Bắc from 1831 until Capital Liberation Day in 1954. In the following story, we'll visit a man with much love and passion for the place where he was born and raised.
For engineer Đoàn Bắc, the song Tiến về Hà Nội or Heading to Hanoi by late composer Văn Cao is the best song about Capital Liberation Day, with the image of Vietnamese units entering the capital. This was also the motivation that urged him to find photographs to illustrate the lyrics.
I asked many people who witnessed the marching on October the 10th in 1954 to find the 2 photographs of the army with sickles.
Hanoi old streets, the cable train, street vendors selling fur, Total Tower, the Opera House, Hanoi stations, and Long Bien Bridge. These are only a few among 3,000 photographs of landscapes and people of Hanoi. Engineer Đoàn Bắc started collecting photographs of Hanoi's old structures in 2003 when he prepared for his master project. Since then, these photos have been his passion. He searched for the photos in books, on the internet, and even from families in the old quarter.
I went to the elderly in the old quarter. I think he was a rich man back then because he has many photos, and photos were expensive in the old time. I asked him to copy the photos because I could not keep those. The photos are precious to them.
The collector tries to retouch the photos with digital methods in the best ways possible. His father, Mr. Đoàn Thịnh, was a history teacher and a huge help in his collection.
For photographs that tell history, we can research in books or ask experts for verification. Each photograph has its background in different books or documents.
Don Buck and his father are putting the puzzle of Hanoi's past together. They are telling a story of the old quarter and are ready to show the collections to every Hanoi lover.
The Belgian Beer Festival returned to Hanoi for the second time on October the 9th. The event was hosted by the Belgian Embassy in Vietnam in collaboration with Belgian Luxembourg Chamber of Commerce, otherwise known as Belxcham. This was a great opportunity to promote Belgian culture to the local community.
Over 2,000 Vietnamese and international participants of the Belgian Beer Festival's 2015 got to enjoy 50 of the best Belgian beers and delicacies last night.
Yeah, I came here because I like beer and it's nice to have some different beers instead of Vietnam beer. So it's nice to try the different beers.
It is awesome to have Belgian Beer Festival in Hanoi. Not only can I show how great Belgian beers are to my friends, I can also relive the memories of my time and social life back in Belgium.
Recognized as a World Heritage by UNESCO in 2014, Belgian beers are not just beverage, but a crucial component of Belgium's economy and culture. On average, Belgium exports around 60% of total beer produced. More importantly, this year's festival was a great chance for Belgian beer corporations to explore the Vietnamese market.
The Vietnamese beer market is an amazing market. That's why we decided to come into Vietnam. The Vietnam, 95% of total alcohol consumption is beer, but it's a good thing for us that we are just coming in now. So we'll start small, but hopefully over the years that we'll able to capture more of the market share.
Organizers of the event have revealed that it will return next year and continue annually in order to attract more Belgian beer exporters to Vietnam.
Last night, Mickey Mouse Music Festival, a concert of famous Walt Disney cartoon characters, was performed for local kids in Hanoi. The stage of the National Convention Center has become a fairy world full of colours to the delight of thousands of children. From the stage of the famed animation studio Walt Disney, Disney Music Festival brings younger audiences a fairy world with 25 famous characters such as Donald Duck, Goofy, Ariel, Aladdin, Woody and Buzz Lightyear. The programme is staged under Disney's original version, which has been performed in 300 different cities around the world. This is the first time an international children's programme has taken place in Vietnam. Mickey Mouse Music Festival will continue with concerts until October the 11th at the National Convention Center. Now, just before we say goodbye, let's take a look at the latest weather updates. That's it for our newscast. Now, please log on to v2v4.vn or youtube.com/v2go for more of our content. Goodbye for now, and thanks for stopping by.